Clara was only 7 years old, but her heart was full of dreams bigger than the sky. She lived in a small orphanage at the edge of the town, where days often felt long and nights grew quiet. But even in the silence, Clara's imagination sparkled like stars. She loved drawing more than anything in the world. With every scrap of paper she found, and every stub of pencil she saved, Clara painted dreams. No one else could see gardens full of flowers, skies that glowed with rainbow clouds, and tall buildings where laughter echoed through the windows. To her, the world was not grey, even if the walls of the orphanage were. Her world was filled with colour, and she was determined to share it one day. One afternoon, while sitting near the cracked window of the orphanage, Clara whispered to her little friend, a stray cat she had named Luma. The cat curled up in her lap, purring gently. "Luma," she said softly, brushing the cat's fur with her tiny hand. "One day, I'm going to be a great painter. People will see my art, and they'll feel happy even on sad days." The cat blinked as if agreeing. That promise gave Clara strength whenever she felt lonely. Every morning, while other children played, Clara carried her small bundle of papers and pencils to a quiet corner. She practiced drawing again and again. Sometimes the sunrise she watched through the window, sometimes the smile of another child, sometimes the patterns of raindrops sliding down the glass. She wanted her art to speak, to tell stories her voice couldn't. But her biggest dream was even greater than filling papers with drawings. Clara wanted to paint a mural, a huge wall full of colors, so big that no one could ignore it. She wanted her art to be alive, wrapping around people's hearts like warmth on a winter day. One day, while she was sketching, the caretaker of the orphanage noticed her drawings. The caretaker smiled kindly and said, "Clara, you have magic in your hands. If you believe in yourself, you can show the whole town your colors." Those words stayed with Clara like a flame. That night, lying under her thin blanket, she whispered again to Luma, "One day, I'll paint the biggest mural this town has ever seen. Everyone will look at it and remember to smile." The chance came sooner than she thought. A wall near the orphanage had been dull and broken for years, and people often passed by without even glancing at it. Clara saw it not as an empty wall, but as a canvas waiting to shine. She began working on her mural secretly, using leftover paints from a construction site and brushes she found. She started painting the wall piece by piece. Every evening, after chores, she added new colors, bright suns, flying birds, children holding hands, and endless flowers blooming under a wide blue sky. The other children slowly noticed her work and joined her, each adding small touches under Clara's guidance. What was once a dull, cracked wall turned into a masterpiece of joy. Soon, people from the town stopped to look, smiling and whispering, Who made this? Clara stood quietly, her little heart pounding with pride. She had turned a forgotten wall into a story of hope. Her mural wasn't just paint, it was her dream made real. The townspeople began asking for more. Some gave her colors. Others asked her to paint on their shops or schools. With every brushstroke, Clara grew more confident. One evening, as she finished painting a glowing sun, she whispered to Luma, "See, I told you, dreams are real if you don't give up." The little cat purred, and for the first time, Clara felt that her dream wasn't far away. She was no longer just a girl in an orphanage. She was an artist, bringing joy to the world with her colors. Her mural stood tall, shining with every shade of hope. And every time someone smiled at it, Clara's dream grew brighter, like a star that refused to fade. Because Clara had learned a beautiful truth, even small hands can create big miracles if the heart is brave enough to dream.
Please subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss more amazing stories like this.